listening, whatever you say. Yes. Yes. Done. My pleasure. Very well.
You have done far more than I could have hoped. You have already reversed our fortunes not once, but twice now. You have my gratitude. I think our position here is secure for at least a 10-day, and I need you to go on a task of some urgency. I need you to rendezvous with the Neverwinter forces. They still have not arrived, and they may need assistance. Tell them of our situation here, and all we have discovered about the actions of the Horde in this region. Once you meet up with the Neverwinter forces, join with them and see what can be done to put an end to this threat to the Ten Towns. We cannot leave any loose ends. Whatever creature or creatures are behind this, they must be stopped. I will see to it that you are well compensated for your efforts. Oswald believes he can find them in his airship. It is moored just north of here, and I've told him to expect you. Farewell, and may good fortunes guide your efforts.
Yes. Done. My pleasure. Right. Done. Very well. I see. Very well. I see. My pleasure.
Ah, look who's come back aboard. The great goblin slayers of Targos. What can I do for you? Well now, before you be thinking I have a foolish streak myself, Lord Ulbricht's paying me a nice lump of gold.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't see you standing there. Well, what can I do for you? Or was there something I was supposed to do for you? Perhaps. Yes, I think I would have remembered you. I'm sure of it. I think. Introductions, of course, introductions. Sometimes the ideas will start rattling around in my head, and I'll wake up to find I'm somewhere else, or talking to someone else. My name's Fiddlebender. Oswald, that is. Well, Fiddlebender's my last name. My first name is Oswald, so it's Oswald Fiddlebender. A pleasure to meet you. Ship? Oh, you mean this one here? You mean my airship? Yes, indeed, it's mine. Beautiful, isn't it? Didn't know which ship you meant at first, for there are many common ships about, but this one is quite extraordinary. Most ships travel upon the water. This one, however, travels upon the air.
My pleasure. Yes. Done. Done.
Ah, welcome back. Something I can help you with? A potion to put some color in your cheeks, perhaps? Oh, you'll have to wait. There's another group I have to take to the Western Pass first, to meet up with the Neverwinter forces, you know. Are you sure? Well, you know, you must be. I'm quite sure Lord Ulbrich wouldn't make a mistake like that. Are you ready to leave now? I can cast off immediately if you like. You know, and I'm saying this simply because, well, it could happen, but we might not be able to come back to Targos for some time. Yes, as in not at all. So I wouldn't leave anything behind. Bring everything you need, especially warm cloaks. Very cold in the Western Pass, as I understand it. Well, you know, accidents happen, and the wind's awfully strong. In any event, I just wanted to make sure you were ready, and had everything, in case we never come back. To Targos, that is.
In all the years that Uncle Oswald flew his airship, I can't honestly say he had more successful landings than crashes, but even he could not have known the difficulties that lay ahead of him in the Western Pass of the spine of the world. Adventurers aboard, the flight from Targos was accompanied by a flurry of sound and motion from the winter thrushes that had once again perched on the roofs of the aching town. All along the tundra, pilot and passengers watched the corpse cloth flutter in the winter wind. It was a whispering herald of things to come. As the plains turned into hills, the wind turned into a gale. Uncle had seen storms appear quickly, but the one that swept down from the spine of the world was like a bolt from an angry god. He managed to evade what he believed was the worst of the storms as he flew low over the foothills and told the adventurers to take cover. When Uncle's eyes peered out from the melting snow rushing across the deck, he beheld a wall of ice in the canyon of stone that was the Western Pass. Wild women whipped their hands in magical patterns on top of the frozen barrier, their snow-white robes poorly covering rime-armored flesh. My uncle gasped when he heard the balloon pop and tear above him. He wouldn't talk about it for years after, but he eventually told me what frightened him most before the ship crashed into the foothills. It was the silence, he said. When the ship fell, the wild women relaxed and froze on the wall. The storm abated in a heartbeat. There was no sound, no motion, but the face of Faerun rising to meet him.
I'm here.